Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Okay, so do y'all remember the show Reading Rainbow? We we are going to have our own Reading Rainbow show, but just with a breakdown of words and phrases and things that you say, and it ain't right because the words don't even match the phrase that you're saying. Today's segment is starting with the phrase perception is reality. That's like when you see that phrase, that's like a negative and a positive. That's like algebra. That's like two football teams going head to head. Because those words have two different definitions. Perception does not mean reality. And reality does not mean perception. Let me show. Okay, so as we can see from here, from the definition of the word, perception is a belief or opinion often held by many people and based on how things seem. 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 Let you know. Perception does not mean reality. A belief or opinion let you know. Perception does not mean reality. Perception means perception means a belief or opinion often held by many people. It could be you, a plethora, or your whole family, whatever. And based on how things seem. Let's get to reality. Reality, the state of things as they are, rather than as they are imagined to be. So we just said perception is all about belief and opinion and how things seem to people. And reality, which is still up, so you can say it for yourself, states the things as though they are, which is a fact. Stating something as though it is giving a fact, rather than as they are imagined to be. That's reality. In reality, the sun is shining, depending on what state you're in. Okay, so let's use another one. In reality, right now, eggs are expensive. In reality, people are getting more concerned about what they're eating and what they're putting on their skin and things in that nature. In reality, you need to stop saying perception is reality because you're giving the definition to you're stating that the definition of a word is something that is not. Poor little tink tink. Y'all think y'all be having one up on people by using phrases because the words put together look good, or let me see. I don't even know that phrase. I don't know how y'all say it. Perception is reality, whatever. Because it's not. I've never said that to anybody in my life because I know those two words don't even mean the same thing. So perception is not reality. I've actually told one of my bosses that when I worked at PSCNG, that was the favorite phrase. People use that phrase like it's a winning argument phrase. It's not. Perception is reality is basically saying you're going to make your belief of what it seems to you be your reality. But since perception is a belief, everybody don't believe the same thing. So you can't make your perception be somebody else's perception. One person could perceive that cat is sneaky. Another person could perceive that cat is loving. One person could believe that pit bulls will turn on you. Another person, one person can perceive that pit bulls will turn on you. Another person can perceive that pit bulls is one of the best guard dogs to have. The phrase perception is reality was really created to tell you to stop asking questions and believe what you see. Since perception does mean belief. And at the end of the definition, perception is the word seen. There is no right or wrong perception. There is a right or wrong reality. And it's crazy because the shows that y'all watch, the I'm gonna say basketball wives and the what's these quote unquote reality shows. The reason why you watch these shows and you want to now mimic the image that you see on these shows is because of the word that is used to advertise the show, which is called reality TV. Ain't nothing real about what's on the TV, especially a reality show. That should be a perception show. You can call it whatever you want, but you're giving off the wrong definition. So for this day going forward, whenever you watch anything on TV, hip hop, love of hip hop, I don't care if it's a movie on Netflix. If it does not say based on a true story, and if it does say based on a true story, and the person who the story is based on is not alive to tell the story, that is still perception. Perception has to be added to anything put on the television to give it some spark, entertainment. Right now, the person that's in that building in Washington, D.C., what he's really doing is bringing reality to your perception. Everything that you perceive or believe for him to be, think, act, say, that's what he's doing. There is so many people in your life that is bringing reality to your perception, and you aren't even paying attention or wise enough to even know because you don't know the definition of perception and reality. Because you think by constantly saying perception is reality, you think perception is facts. That's like saying lying is okay. That's why when somebody tells the truth, you can't identify it. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, laid astray. And I'm bringing this up now because there are still generations in this world, which means the world ain't in yet. Babies are still being born, which means the world ain't in yet. These words are still being used, which means the world ain't in yet. So I feel as though if you're going to continue to use the word, someone needs to help you understand how to use the word. And obviously, it's real obvious that from daycare into college, doctoring school, that you do not know the definition, the real definition of most of the words you use. Um, I just took a little, the Holy Spirit's talking to me, we talking, because I'm trying to get direction on what to say next. Because what I wanted to say didn't fit with this. So I'm going to stick here and not divert somewhere else. But I am going to mention that in another time. The words you use in a sentence from the beginning of the sentence to the end of the sentence is what gives the sentence life, and that means definition. Every word from the to is to that to but, every word has a place in the sentence to give the sentence life, which is why there is a dictionary. However, when you read the dictionary for the word, you might even have to break down another word in a definition to get the true definition of that word so you can understand the definition of the word that you're looking at. Y'all don't like to read. I want to say you can't read in actuality. And it's funny because y'all got so much to say about people with learning disabilities and people, y'all got so much to say about people. And every day, because God said I'm gonna do it, because I can, I'm gonna get here on here and give your grown ass, your college degree grown ass, the definition to a word that you use wrong. Hmm. Your master's degree self. Hmm. Your PhD self. Hmm. Since you so smart, because you got all these accolades, you can't even read right. By the time I'm done, you'll be humble. Perception is not reality. Stop saying it and stop telling that to your kids, because that's not the truth. Have a good day.